Did you know that a piece of parchment signed over 800 years ago still influences how we govern today? Welcome to Unboxed Origins. I'm Howie, your resident science geek and accidental trivia sponge.
And I'm Wyatt. I ask the big questions. Sometimes philosophical, often skeptical, always curious.
Today, we're digging into how did the signing of the Magna Carta change governance? Picture this, it's the year 1215 and King John of England is having a bit of a rough time. His reign was marked by military failures and heavy taxation, which understandably made him quite unpopular among his barons. So unpopular, in fact, that they decided enough was enough and forced him to meet them at Runnymede, a meadow by the River Thames.
The classic medieval showdown. I suppose they didn't arm themselves with anything more than quills and parchment.
Exactly, Wyatt. Instead of swords and shields, they brought demands. The resulting document was the Magna Carta, a charter of rights that curtailed the king's powers and laid the foundations for modern democracy. It was unprecedented at the time because it essentially said the king was not above the law.
Hold on a moment, Howie. Isn't it true that King John had no intention of actually following the Magna Carta? Didn't he essentially ignore it?
You're onto something there, Wyatt. King John didn't exactly embrace the charter with open arms. In fact, he appealed to the Pope to have it annulled, which the Pope did. However, the rebellious spirit of the document couldn't be quashed. It was reissued several times after John's death, each time solidifying its principles further. It was like an early version of patch updates.
So, even though King John disregarded it, the Magna Carta still managed to wriggle its way into the fabric of governance.
Precisely. The Magna Carta is often credited as a cornerstone in the development of constitutional law. Its ideas seeped into the legal systems far beyond England, influencing everything from the United States Constitution to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
And yet, Howie, I can't help but wonder about its immediate impact. If it was initially disregarded, how did it manage to become so pivotal?
Terrific question, Wyatt. The answer lies in its symbolic power. The Magna Carta planted the seeds of change by introducing revolutionary concepts such as due process and trial by jury. Over time, these ideas gained traction, becoming the backbone of modern legal systems around the world.
Aha! So, while it may not have changed King John's behavior overnight, it was the spark that ignited the long-burning flame of liberty and justice.
Exactly. It taught future generations that even rulers could be held accountable, a novel concept that laid the groundwork for parliamentary democracy and the rule of law. In essence, the Magna Carta was more than just a medieval grievance list. It was a genesis of constitutional governance that rippled across centuries.
And it serves as a reminder that sometimes the most profound changes in governance begin with the simplest of ideas, that no one is above the law.
If you enjoyed this deep dive into history's ripple effects, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with other curious minds. Who would have thought that a piece of parchment from 1215 could still be shaping our world today?